to Table Talk, the show where we discuss all of your topics via the hashtag Table Talk or via our subreddit r/SourceFed.
You got it! I'm Joe Beretta.
I've done that.
Trisha Hirschberger, Lee Newton. You guys know how this game works. Let's go. Let's get a little thing
Get
here.
it.
Tiffany Connors from Songbird7692 asks, what movie / TV monsters / villains scared you the most as a kid?
As a kid?
I
have ones that scare me as an adult. I know, like...
Okay, do you have any? I could talk about it for days, so I'm going to let you guys go first.
I would go Ring Girl, like that was it.
As a kid?
As an adult.
High schooler?
Like, top of the line,
okay.
Ring Girl.
The Ring Girls freaked out.
Ring Girl freaked me out. Like, I saw the ring, and then I remember, like, literally, like, me and my brother having to stand, like, being like, oh, I can't do it. And I remember, I couldn't go to the bathroom. It was a mess. It was a mess. I couldn't, like,
but you're safe if you never watched the video. So the Ring Girl should have never
turn on a TV.
Scared you.
Like, anytime that black fuzz, like, I was like,
I still associate the fuzz with porn, so I'm okay with fuzz.
Good. Okay.
I 100% thought you were going to say I still associate the fuzz with poltergeist. Because that's what I was thinking. No porn.
The Pussygeist. Yeah, right? No dudes. Cool. All right, so I saw that in college. So The Ring came out when I was in college, and I will say that was the first movie in a long time that did freak me out.
It was
because
scary.
horror had just like this. There was Scream, and there was kind of these slasher things going on for a while, and they were kind of like boring. They weren't scary. You were never scared of the Ghostface guy.
I was scared of that person.
I was scared too. Especially because, here's the thing, as a girl, you're always scared. Because as a girl, it's like, gonna kill you. As a guy, like, he gets to run more.
Yeah, I don't know. I was babysitting for this family that had, like, the glass sliding glass doors. And screaming. That's all I could think of is, like, I'd go into the house when I was first there to babysit and just shut all the blinds. Because I was like, I can't even see out there.
Did any of the things scare you as a kid, though? Like,
what scared you as a kid?
There's even characters...
Freddy Krueger scared me as a kid. And you know who did too, but I never saw it. I just saw pictures, and even the pictures terrified me. What was the guy with the pins coming out of? Oh, well, that makes sense.
Pinhead.
I don't
From Hellraiser. Also scary. The Cenobites?
Pinhead.
Hell yeah,
That
super
makes
scary.
sense.
I sleptwalked for 3 years when I was a kid because I watched Child's Play at like 6 years old.
That's why you always bring that up.
I had night terrors. I don't think think my parents let me watch it on purpose. I think I just ended up watching it somehow.
Oh,
Man,
baby
I had seriously vivid dreams of Chucky stalking me, riding my bike down streets, and these are still vivid, with Child's Play packages. The package that Chucky came in, they were literally stacked in 2 massive columns, like 30 stories high, and I knew that Chucky was in one of them, and he was chasing me. It was one of the most frightening things ever.
Oh my gosh.
I snuck downstairs and I watched
Shouldn't have snuck downstairs.
Oh no, what's it called? The one
Never
with
go
the
downstairs.
puppets. Puppet Master. I snuck downstairs and I was sitting on the stairs and I could still see down to the TV. And my parents were watching Puppet Master, the one where the little puppets kill people. Like you got the drill head guy and Pinhead.
Why are
another
your parents
Pinhead.
watching these movies?
And because horror movies are fun when you're older.
No.
I dreamt about freaking puppets killing me for a very long time.
So
too.
sorry, baby Joe.
Oh, God.
That's what
I'm
freaked
so
me. It was the
sorry,
weird like
baby
toys
Joe.
that are supposed to be friendly, but they're not friendly, and
They're not friendly.
I can't do. I think it was like the Rats of Nim, like that kind of stuff was like. I'm like,
Scar, you're like, I will not watch Star
I literally
Sting.
was like,
I will not watch
Shredder for a
Star
long
Sting.
time. I was like, we can't.
I was okay with Shredder. My big ones were, I was really scared to death of wolves.
Wolves!
And I know everyone's at wolves. I'll put the L in there.
Woofs.
I don't normally pronounce the L, but I will. The wolf from Peter and the Wolf.
Oh, really? The cartoon?
I love it.
The musical version?
Yes. And I would watch it all the way up until the wolf part, and then I'd stop. That was the end of the tape for me because I couldn't watch the rest of it. His eyes did this weird like red thing, and he had these big teeth. And then the Neverending Story 1 had a big scary wolf too.
Yeah,
This is why you don't like dogs.
I don't
why you don't
this.
like dogs.
This might be the reason. Yeah, and I used to have a recurring nightmare where I was running away from a wolf and he was chasing me. And I had it all the time. I must have had that dream like 500 times as a kid.
No.
And I lived in like a woodsy area,
Oh,
so
I'll
like
do
it
it for you too.
could have been real. I mean, I think where I grew up there were no wolves.
Would you have a dire wolf
nice,
if you
but-
could, in order to save you from
If
the
it
other
was
wolves?
connected to
Okay,
me,
good.
and I could be a warg and control it at night, then yes.
Okay. Well, thank
but
God.
if I can't, nope. And
No wolves
and
for you.
no wolves for me. And aliens, I saw when I was little too, and that
You ever
messed
seen
me
Fire
up.
in the Sky?
No, I won't watch it.
No, it's cool.
But that's why I'm
It's
so
really
scared
good.
of aliens now, too, is because I watched the movie Aliens when I was
Aliens and
way too
what?
young.
Classic. So good. So good. Watch
Not
all
so
these
good,
movies.
Mitch little head comes out.
Watch all these movies that we're talking about. Every single one.
You're an adult.
Especially if you're 6.
Nope. Yeah, exactly. I probably was 6 when I watched it. Not cool. I still can't listen to the X-Files theme song. Nope. All right. Paisley Shannon at Paisley Shannon Ma says, in your opinion, what is the best commercial you've ever seen and why?
Oh man, I can think that's a hard question. I can think of 2 that come to my mind that I've loved and I can find on the internet very easily. It's the one I forget the products that they're hawking, but I do remember.
You always do.
Yeah, but I remember how cool the commercial was.
the commercial
One was like one of like the first early like viral video type things. It was about the I think it was a meat commercial, maybe not, but it was about a guy that was fighting a bear on the river in Alaska. Have you guys ever seen that?
No.
It rings a bell.
So good. That one's great. And then also the one that uses the O Fortuna song, and it's 2 armies of men running at each other, and they're singing that song, Oh Fortuna, and then they pull out, and then they're making some are wearing red and some are wearing yellow, and in their fighting they create the beer from like very up high, like you're in an airplane.
yeah.
looking around. Looks cool.
That is.
Maybe we can
know.
bring those up. I don't know.
I don't know. No, I've never had like. I mean, there's been like, of course, like Got Milk is a really big one, and all those different ones. Right now, I'll say, because I mean, commercials are supposed to be in and out, but they last. But right now, I really love the Snickers ones.
The Snickers ones are
The
good.
Snickers
Well,
ones
you know
now.
how you have like
Take a break.
Robin Williams going like, "Guys, what about?" And he's like, "Hey, you get like weird when you're hungry," and then he takes a bite.
Oh,
And
yeah, and then they transform.
I like those ones because I like seeing celebrities do funny things.
I like the E-Trade Baby commercial.
Oh, of
I
course
like
you do.
That creeps
all
a lot
of
of
them.
people out.
I think they are hilarious. If
you
one's
imagine
on that I
that?
haven't seen, I'll rewind and watch it again because I think it's so funny.
Babies.
At your
Baby.
babies.
What if you had that sassy of a baby though?
I
It was like, Mom,
hope
back up.
to God that A, I get to have kids at some point in time, and B, that they are that sassy.
Yep.
I want
I
to do
want
a
that.
baby.
I want to do
I want
a
a
poll
sassy
with you.
baby.
Have you guys seen that State Farm commercial where they say like a good neighbor,
State
and
Farm
then
is
the
there,
guy
yeah.
comes, and the first one was the one with the 3 guys in the apartment. The one kid's like, "I can't get a hot tub."
Tub, yeah.
I like that commercial. Heather, my wife, hates it. Like 100%.
Really?
Oh, do you guys hate it? Or do you think it's funny?
Yeah,
I think it's funny.
You want to know why?
I don't like State Farm, so I don't like it.
Oh, that's
biased.
why she's
That's-
like
it's just
anti-State Farm. That's amazing.
When Trisha hates something, like it is
She's
to the
dumb.
core.
Don't
Like,
even get her started.
I don't
it-
like
her
State
heart
Farm.
turns black
Police.
for things.
Yeah,
Like she won't
really
even
does.
consider the commercial being
No.
an okay piece of commercial
No.
art with some possible humorous
You're done with
overtones.
it.
It's, yeah, it's not funny because State Farm is not there like a good neighbor.
Oh, all right.
Maybe you should have sang the song. Try singing the song.
Like,
It doesn't, no.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Maybe they'll be here for you.
they probably
Maybe you
won't.
just
They're probably
need to
gonna make her
believe.
hold for 18 minutes. 'Cause
Maybe you
that's
just
what she
need
gets mad
to
about.
get into your heart space and believe, and maybe they'll be here for you.
No,
I
no.
don't even know that I'd be able to get it out. I feel like I'd be like a
No,
good
'cause
neighbor.
yesterday-
State Farm sucks my balls!
Trisha has balls.
That's what it, yeah.
Moving on.
I'm diving
Okay.
in. All right, ready? What was from Our Earful of Lung? Tom Billum. He said, did that make any sense?
Nope.
Yeah.
From at Earful of Lung, he said, what was the best / worst part of growing up in your hometown?
Ooh.
Oh,
I
man.
could answer that in immediate.
Go for
I
it.
grew up in a beautiful, beautiful, tiny town outside of Yosemite. It was very tiny. It
Like
was
you.
called Oakhurst, California. Thank you. But my father was a minister in that small town, so it made the town very, very small. Baby was constantly put in the corner. And nobody gets to put baby in the corner.
What do you mean?
No, I just mean like it was one of those like everyone knew me, so because of like just everyone knows everyone
Yeah.
in a small town. Everyone knows everyone.
And are
in
you
a
also
small
saying
town.
that everybody knows everybody's dirty secrets?
Yeah. Oh, everyone knows
Okay.
everybody's dirty secrets, and everyone has like a certain expectation of you when you're like a minister's daughter. So it was like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything wrong.
The expectation
anything right.
is that the minister's daughter is always the worst.
No, the expectation
gonna
is
say
that
the
I
expectation is
had
that
to
she
be
puts
better.
out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's always the worst.
No, the expectation was like, you can't do anything right. You can't do anything
Nope.
right.
That was your
You
father's
can't-
expectation.
you can't
The rest of the
dance.
town was
you
like-
You can't dance. I don't care if
Uh-huh.
Kevin Bacon comes to town. You can't dance.
Now we're talking about
you can't-
movies. This is
you
getting
can't
weird.
do it. And I was like, please, I want to dance, Daddy.
It's that futuristic movie where people aren't allowed to dance.
Yes, that's right.
No,
What's
it was
yours?
a very small town. And it's beautiful. That was the best part of it is it's Yosemite. It's God's country. It's beautiful.
I
It's
still
gorgeous.
haven't been to Yosemite.
It's the
I
most
need to go.
amazing, breathtaking thing you've ever seen, except
to
for
go.
Montana. But it's amazing. It's beautiful.
That's amazing.
Okay.
I also grew up in a small town, and I would say the best thing about it was that I could literally I played outside all the time, and my parents didn't have to worry if
Yeah.
I disappeared for 4 hours
were
because
the
I was
only
at
worry.
some neighbor's house. My dad would go out on the back porch and do that loud dad whistle off the Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're a dad. You can do the dad whistle, and I'd know time to go home for dinner, and I'd just go, and it was incredible, and riding bikes.
So
and all
what
that
was the
stuff
worst?
All the time. The worst part was that there was no opportunity.
Oh!
If you wanted to do anything. So, I was little 5-year-old me, I'm going to be an actress. I'm going to be a movie star. And my parents were like, we have no idea what to do with this. So it was like,
Let's go to Blockbuster.
And so I was like, Mom, they're doing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at this local community theater. I want to audition for a dwarf. And they were like, all right. And then it turned out I was too small to be a dwarf. So my first audition I got rejected
You were
from.
the dwarf's dwarf?
In what world?
Because I was in kindergarten, but I probably looked like I was
that's
3
funny.
or 4, and they were only taking 1st through 4th grade
Yeah,
to be the dwarf. So
I think my qualms with growing up where I live is probably about the same.
Yeah.
I love it, would change nothing, but there just wasn't a lot of culture in white Caucasian Columbia Falls, Montana, which the closest big city was Spokane, Washington, which was 4 hours away.
Yeah.
Oof.
So there wasn't, and I think my current problem with it and why I'm probably not there right now or in that area right now is that it's that opportunity thing. There's not a lot for people in our business, what we're doing here, or kind of in general up in that area. It's very industry based, it's very tourism based, and it's kind of someplace that I'm going to end up when I'm ready to end up somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be incredibly happy, but for now, unless I'm a doctor or I've got money, there's no reason to go back because I'm going to be throwing some lumber.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there's just not a lot to do with yourself. All right.
Your
Oh,
last
I
one.
picked up
Beautiful,
a
though.
bunch.
Super
so
quick.
here we go. Just picking one. Banana McShakes at
I like
Kimono
that.
Phono says optimism versus pessimism. #table talk.
Oh.
Can we vote? Optimism.
Optimism? Cool. I mean, I'm the first to say that I get very pessimistic sometimes, but I would much rather be optimistic most of the time.
I feel like I feel like 9 times out of 10 I take the higher road, but that's not always.
Optimism
the case.
will at least lead you to taking some risks and some chances. Pessimism is just going to make you sit on your ass and
I will say,
decide not to
Yeah.
go for it.
As far as attracted to, I'm always attracted to optimistic people. Always, always, always. Like, I feel like that couldn't be like, you can be a 4 on the scale of good looks, but if you're just like a super jovial, positive
Super
person, I'm
happy,
like,
positive
hey.
person.
Happiness is contagious.
How are
If you're
you
around
doing,
somebody
baby?
that's smiling and laughing and having fun, that's who you want to
Yeah,
be around.
exactly.
All the time.
Exactly.
All the time.
Yeah, I actually get mad at myself when I'm being pessimistic. Like I will
vicious
yell at
cycle.
myself. I'll be like,
Worst.
stop being like that. Smack.
You just figure it out.
The glass is half full, damn it. What's wrong with you, Trisha?
Son of a bitch.
Then you just have ice cream and double stuffed Oreos and everything's fine.
Well, and
you
then you
go.
get mad at yourself for eating that.
Oh, no, that makes me feel better.
Okay, now it's the real
Now
last
it's the
one.
real last one.
I don't like that one. No, I don't like that one.
I just spit on myself
Okay,
a
we're
little
getting
bit.
there. We're coming.
You're gonna target practice here?
All right, quick.
Get it.
This is gonna be super quick. Which historical figure would you go back and be for one day and why? From Scuba Dog.
Oh,
you.
this one requires
You gotta go
thought.
quick. No, you gotta go quick.
Then go then.
Gun to your head. Historical figure.
For a day.
You know what? Thomas Jefferson, so I could screw a bunch of people. Didn't he screw a lot of people?
We're just going to leave it at that. Thank you for watching Table Talk today, you guys. I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Trisha Hirschberg.
That's Lee Newton. If you guys want to submit some topics, Table Talk on the Twitter or go to the subreddit SourceFed on the Reddits, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're just gonna leave her with that.
He did, right? He slept with a bunch of people.
This is amazing. That's all I did, pretty much.
He did.
Boned some people.
Bone a lot of people.
You're gonna go back on the day that he did not bone a person, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna be incredibly disappointed.
Oh, it's gonna be the day he's dealing with his syphilis.
How
He
about
had syphilis, right?
how about Louis the 14th? Didn't he bone a lot of people?
Now kiss.